Unless you've been living under a rock for the past decade or so, you are aware of the concept of the multiverse, a corporation's lazy attempt to say that all iterations of a character are canon, and also allowing for crossovers of the same character meeting himself from another version of the story. Spider-Man is far and away one of the most popular uses of this, with the Spider-Verse and No Way Home. There are over 200 different universes within the Marvel multiverse, but the best one for me is Earth 96283b. Earth 96283 is the Sam Raimi universe of Spider-Man, and one that many people grew up with. But the B addendum is a similar but alternative universe to that. It is the timeline in the video games based on the movies. Now we can go into movie tie-in games and how they are usually bad, and I would go as far as to say that the Spider-Man 1 game in Earth 96283b is mediocre at best, but we are not here to talk about the quality of the gameplay. This video is about how this particular universe has the best iteration of Spider-Man, so just shelve the game part of the games. When it comes to playing a superhero character, you actually have to play two parts, the hero and his alter ego. Usually these characters are very different, so trying to play both is a fine line that is difficult to cross. It is why Christopher Reeve is regarded by many to be the best version of Superman/Clark Kent.
Lois, there's something I have to tell you. I'm really...
I was, at first, really nervous about tonight. But then I decided, well, darn it, I was going to show you the time of your life.
Spider-Man walks the fine line between tragedy and comedy. Peter Parker's life is a very dark one in just about every continuity, but at the same time, he is not afraid to pull out some snarky quips from time to time. Spider-Man is basically the superhero version of that meme with the person dabbing but crying simultaneously. The Sam Raimi movies forgot this aspect of Spider-Man's character, and aside from a very few number of remarks,
"That's a cute outfit. Did your husband give it to you?"
"That one didn't age quite so well."
he is mostly business. Tobey Maguire and the movies that he plays in both lean too far in the direction of tragedy. Say what you want about Tobey's work as Spider-Man, but for me he is hands down the best version of Peter Parker.
If my enemies found out about you, if you got hurt, I could never forgive myself.
This is where the video games come in. They are not one-to-one adaptations of the movies, far from it. They instead go their own direction for roughly 75% of the adventure, but also follow the main story beats of the movies. This allowed the developers of Treyarch to expand the universe far beyond the 6 hours of film. Remember Dr. Connors and his being the main villain in The Amazing Spider-Man? He's the lizard in Spider-Man 3, the video game version, of course. Why this is so important is that it allows Tobey to be not just a fantastic Peter Parker, but also a great Spider-Man.
So you must be Quilt Man, Padded Pete, Mr. Triple Ply? Oh, I've got it! The cushion.
96283b Spider-Man is a much more sardonic version of his movie counterpart.
Okay, I've been flipped off before, but never quite like that.
It walks the tightrope of comedy and tragedy with the grace of Spider-Man himself. Another iteration I want to bring up rather quickly is the Earth TRN-376 Spider-Man. This is the Spider-Man from the video games based on the Amazing Spider-Man movie duology, where Spider-Man is voiced by Sam Riegel. Here, Peter goes too far in the other direction. Too much comedy and not enough tragedy. Like I said, it's a balancing act that's hard to pull off. Of course, with over 200 different versions of Spider-Man, some of them not even being Peter Parker, there's sure to be disagreement as to what iteration is the best. Argue your position in the comments. While I have you here, I'd like to plug my video game. So my YouTube channel has not taken off like I dreamed it would when I was 16. Getting banned for 2 years because of a false copyright claim will really take the wind out of your sails. But where there is death, there is also life. A computer game I have been working on and off for the last 7 years is set to release April 15th, 2024. So if you're watching this, there is a 99% chance it is out now. If not, you can wishlist it on Steam. It has been a passion project that is supposed to be similar but distinct to Super Monkey Ball, and I even got the original announcer for Super Monkey Ball on board.
Ready? Go!
Check out Ballbastic in the description or through this QR code. Thanks! Also, the Spider-Man Wiki has Earth 1218 as our own world where Spider-Man is nothing more than a media franchise created by Stan Lee, but we are a part of the greater Spider-Verse? I thought that was pretty cool. Would be interesting to see a movie where our world is in the Spider-Verse. Would that count as a documentary?